So hi, sorry I haven't posted recently. I was supposed to have posted last week. I actually went out to Greenwich Park to film, but that ended up being a complete disaster. Now originally I went out to the park in order to film a video about the ways in which North Londoners, like myself and like Hannah, like to slag off South London. Why? I didn't believe that was the right attitude to take, but I didn't have enough research to do the video, so I ended up cancelling the project. Now the video I'm going to make today is practically about everything that happened on that journey back from Greenwich Park when I went filming last week. It was quite an eventful journey, and I picked up a few useful skills that I really want to share with you guys. Now I'm not here to give you guys any new routes or shortcuts or anything. I'm here because I'm a dodgy geezer and I like to fair dodge. And thankfully I know how to do it and get away with it. Now when I left Greenwich after that absolute fail of a shoot down in the park, I left via a station called Maze Hill, which is on the South Eastern Railway line into Cannon Street. It wasn't a shortcut for me. There were much shorter routes I could have used to get home, but I've never actually been through Cannon Street before, so I thought it would be an experience. But when I got to Cannon Street, I found out that I didn't have enough money to get out the station, so I was left with a choice. Either I camped down on a bench in Cannon Street station on one of the platforms and waited for a phone call from the police, or I broke the law. I think it's pretty obvious by the fact that I'm here which I chose. Now, as we pick up the story of last Friday, I was at Cannon Street without any money on my Oyster card, without any money on my debit card, without any paper money on me, without any bars or credit on my phone, without any charge on my phone, and of course even if I could get in contact with my parents to pick me up from Cannon Street, they couldn't because they were in Oxfordshire for the day celebrating my mum's birthday, so there was no way I was getting out of Cannon Street that day unless I went back on myself and took the DLR from Greenwich up towards Stratford. But of course when I got to Greenwich, things were not as they seemed. Now, about to let you in on one tip I actually used at Greenwich and discovered quite a long time before, to be honest, and that is that if you see a purple Oyster card reader saying route validator, don't use it, no matter whether you're going on or not. Of course then I was on the DLR, it was a straight route to Stratford, and all I had to do when I was there was change to the Central line in order to get home to South Woodford. But again, something was put in place that may have seen the entire operation crumble. Thankfully, I had a way of getting past that too. When I arrived at Stratford, there were a line of policemen lining the exit of the station, checking off everybody's ticket. Now, if I'd have gone through the line of policemen, they'd know I'd been fair dodging if they'd checked this ticket. They'd know I'd been fair dodging, and they'd most likely try to fine me on something, or try to imprison me, or put me in jail. And I know there are some horrible stereotypes about jail, and I, for one, did not want to have to experience them. So, once again, I had to hatch a plan. Now, you think that being confronted with policemen, the best thing to do would be to try and run from them, or to try and hide, or do something absolutely amazing and heroic and worthy of film. But let me tell you, that's a fallacy, because the best way to get out of a situation like that, to get around policemen, is simply to play it cool. As I said, all I did was walk forward very, very slowly and wait for the crowd that got off the train. It was a rush hour train, let's say, to disperse the line of policemen, so they were all pushed off to the side by the force of this crowd, and then just walk on through once the policemen had actually dispersed. That's all I did. I didn't do anything else. All I did was walk through and play patiently. That's how you get past policemen, people. You don't run, you don't hide, all you do is wait. And all I had to do when I got back to South Woodford was use a technique that used to be used as a prank by my friends when they were going home with me from school by train. And what they used to do was simply wait for you to tap your Oyster card down on the plate on the ticket barrier, and then just dash past right behind you. Literally, it was as if the two of us were stuck together sometimes. They were so close together, so that both of you could get through the barriers scot-free. And that's basically all I did when I got back to South Woodford. I waited for somebody to tap on the barriers, and I just dashed in behind them. And that's all you need to do. Nobody caught me because, as I said, this was rush hour by now, and the trains were too busy, the crowds were too massive for any of the guards to see me. Therefore, I managed to get out without paying a single penny. Nobody could see me sneaking my way out of that station. Therefore, I managed to get all the way from Greenwich Park back to South Woodford, my home, without paying a single penny. And that, my friends, is how you fair dodge your way across London.